So there's a lot of talk out there about how to be with someone else, but there's not as much talk about how to be with yourself. And I find this to be very unfortunate because the relationship that you have with yourself is not only the most profound relationship that you will have in your lifetime, but it is also the longest lasting relationship that you will have in your lifetime. And it just reminds me that we really live in a world where so many people feel shame around being single. And in particular, oh my gosh, I'm afraid to even say it, a single Black female. Oh my gosh, just what an awful thing to be. Now, I want to be clear, there is absolutely nothing wrong or more human than wanting connection. We are biologically wired to crave and to seek companionship and to seek community. But community is based on quality and not on quantity. Two people who love, respect, adore, and cherish one another are more of a community than 200 people who strongly dislike one another. I say all of that to say that if you want a partner, that is so okay. So do I. So do many of us. It is very normal, and I am rooting for you that you find your person. And I want you to be careful that you don't view your single season as just a problem that immediately needs to be solved. And be careful, be cautious, be mindful of the content that you're consuming, and especially content that is designed to just teach you how to attract a partner. Because the reality is that content may be what is preventing you from finding your partner. And the reason that I say this is because the more time that you invest in watching that content, the more time, or I guess I should say, the less time that you are investing in the things that you actually enjoy and the things that actually bring you joy and that you actually love doing. And doing the things that you love doing and the things that bring you joy put you in a mindset of abundance and bring you closer to your true purpose and the true essence of your being. And the more that you just consume content on how to attract someone outside of yourself, the further that you step away from your individual purpose. And again, the further that you step away from the essence of your being, and the closer that you move towards a mindset of lack or a mindset of scarcity. Because here's the thing, if you are watching content on how to attract a partner, you are acknowledging that you do not have a partner. And while it's totally fine to watch content to improve yourself, and it is fine to watch content to help you find a partner, but you don't want to fall down the rabbit hole of watching so much content that is geared towards you building a relationship with someone else that you forget to nourish and feed the relationship that you have with yourself. And again, an overconsumption of this kind of content can lead to you creating unrealistic expectations for yourself and for your future partner, and it can lead to you just putting on and taking on all of these different personality traits that aren't even true to who you actually are as a person, or who you want to be as a person, or who you were meant to be as a person. And ironically, you taking on all of those traits to attract someone else is actually going to lead you to a relationship that is not fulfilling and that is not built to last, because that relationship is forged between two individuals, one of which is not being authentic to themselves. So that person who's coming in is going to be signing up for a relationship with someone that you are not. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And another thing that I just want you to remember, and another reason why I just really want you to be mindful about all of the content that you consume that is geared towards finding a partner, I want you to remember that you can always improve yourself. You can always increase your odds. But so much of finding the right person for you is based on luck, and it's based on a design that us mere mortals do not have control over and do not have full understanding of. Falling in love and ending up in a successful relationship is not the product of some like 3-step recipe. You can't just take like a 1/4 cup nice body with like a 1/3 a cup of 401k and like a dash of, I don't know, a 6-pack. You can't just put all of those things into a pot, into a cauldron, and then boom, your perfect person is just going to manifest out of that cauldron. And lastly, I just want you to be careful with over-consuming dating related content, because I want you to remember that the more of that content that you consume, the further you are stepping away from your heart and the deeper that you are stepping into your head. And your heart is the one who ultimately needs to make the final decision when it comes to matters of the heart. And I just want to close out this video with a note to my fellow single Black women who are out there. I just want to remind you and tell you, if no one has told you this today, that you are a complete being, you are a whole being, you are an infinite being, and you are a soul who is living in a body in this one iteration of life in this particular moment in time. Being single does not mean that you are broken. And if you are just desperately chasing, pursuing, begging, wishing, hoping for a relationship, then you may have some broken parts within yourself that you need to deal with on your own. And when I say on your own, I don't mean that you can't reach out for help. But what I'm saying is that if you have a problem that is within yourself, that lives within yourself, and that derives from within yourself, then you have to be the person to solve that problem. A relationship might put like a temporary band-aid on the problem, or it may serve as a temporary distraction, but it can't ultimately heal that problem. It can't ultimately fix or solve that problem. And I've said this before, I'm not one of those people who believes that to love someone else, you have to love yourself, that to find someone else, you have to find yourself first. I'm not one of those people, but just imagine. If you can experience love from without when you don't feel love from within, just imagine how incredibly satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding it could be to feel love from without when you feel love from within. I just want you to meditate on that for a little bit. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed. And until next time, stay safe, be well, and I'll see you soon. Bye everyone.